You're welcome. Because right now it looks on the heavy side, okay? So you want to break on the support. All right, getting a little bit of a pull here on Tesla. All right, don't let it break over your resistance, all right? And again, it's a 5 minute chart, all of them. But the support and resistance lines are the lines that they are. I mean, they are not changing just because we are going on a different time frame. Okay, the support and resistance remains the same. All right, guys, give me a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. So let's do this now. Um, oh, all right, this is your SPY. So it came up to resistance here on SPY, made a beautiful double top. So right now, giving us a little bit of a pullback with a flag on. Is my mic working? 1 2 1 2.
3 4 3 4. All
All
good.
right. Candence? Well, if Candence says yes, tell Candence thank you. All right. So what do we want to see? We want to see a little bit of a pullback, and that's what we are getting right now. This is not breaking down or anything. All right. Oops. This is not breaking down on your Tesla. It's just giving you a little bit of a pullback now on SPY. What's this one? If you're going to break over the flag here, break over that resistance, you're going to push. All right. So you're going to be looking for your next resistance point. And the next resistance we have would be all the way up here at the 541. And after that would be 545.90 area. All right. So you have plenty of room to break over that resistance and push it all the way up here to your next resistance. All right. For a downside move, SPY needs to break under your support here. All right. The 543.50. Right now, just a little bit of a pullback with a flag on it. Nothing to worry about. What I want, what I want, damn it. This is one huge flag on SPY, right? All this is one huge flag on it, all the way back here. All right, one huge flag. So we can easily see this one give us one more pop, then top it off, and then pull it down. All right. So definitely keep an eye on and see if we can make that one more push up there before we gonna pull. But the thing that came out with do we have talks? We don't have talks. I mean, that's not very good right now. All right, the Tesla is giving us just a little bit of a pullback here. Same kind of thing. We wanted that one to break and pull, but this is still flagging. This is not a drop, break under support and give us a dump, right? So definitely you need to see this one break under this 49.50 area for this one to really pull. We need to break under that support line. Right now we could be setting up for just a little bit of a lower, top it off, break over that resistance and push a little bit higher, just like SPY is. I mean, look at SPY. It's already coming up to resistance here again. Damn it. Already. It's trying to come up to resistance here already. All right. Um, all right. What else do we have? We have and did we say Nvidia? We did not say Nvidia. Nvidia also same kind of thing came up to resistance, giving us a little bit of a pullback. We are not breaking down for more upside. Break over that resistance for a push on Nvidia. Next resistance on Nvidia would be all the way up at what is that? That is next resistance I have would be all the way up here at the 105.35. What's that? Look, my resistance is not this line, all right? My resistance up here, but you need to be cautious with this, all right? I don't have a resistance line there on Nvidia. Let's see what else we have. We have coin. Coin made a nice move, giving us a little bit of a pullback. It's not breaking over resistance or anything, but it's still holding. Your first support line on coin would be this line here. So that line is at 192.69. You need to hold that support for more upside move. Next resistance we have it be 195. 195.50 area. Another one that was making a nice move was PLTR this morning came up to almost resistance area. Whoops, just a little bit higher. No, higher there. So definitely you want to see a break, black break, push it up here, break over that resistance so you can get an upside move on it. All right, on PLTR. Nice move this pre-market today. Another one that is making a nice move with, but the spreads are wide on this one. It's this APP wide spreads coming up to a double top here. Resistance hitting. You hit that resistance twice now. So definitely keep an eye on this APP. For a downside move, you need to break under this support line here. And that support line is at, oops, what is that line? That is at the 250, 120. So very tight support and resistance on this APP right now. Look at the spreads on it. So be careful with APP, all right? Another one would be this APP also, no, PDD. This Chinese one made a nice move here on PPD coming up to resistance area. So definitely keep an eye on. I have two resistance point on this one. I have this one and just a little bit higher. You're gonna come up and hit the next level of resistance. So two resistance points on PDD. For the downside move on PDD, you need to break under the first support line, and that line would be down here, and that is at the 99.80. 9980 is your first level of support you need to break for the downside move. All right, let's see what else we have talked about. PLTR, Apple, Apple. All this is one huge flag on Apple. All right, huge flag on Apple here. Not breaking over your resistance. Came up, touched it. So you came up to this resistance point, hit that resistance point multiple times, and you want to break over that resistance to come up to the next resistance, which is a little bit higher here. So definitely keep an eye on the second level of resistance as well, just a little bit higher. Google after hours. So definitely keep an eye on this Google. Right now, a little bit on the choppy side, right? I mean, if you zoom in, you're gonna see how choppy it is right now, up and down, up and down, up and down. This is the 5 minute candles, all right? But beautiful flag, nevertheless. You have a resistance point at the 58.25, just a little bit higher here. This is the line you need to break for an upside move on Google before you're going to come up to the next resistance of, what is that, 50, 59.20. That's your next resistance on Google. UPS, what are you doing down here? Keep an eye on UPS. Nice flag on it. Holding support here for now. No curl on UPS. So you want to see if they can push this one over resistance of 98. Amazon, another one that is again the same kind of setup, black. So you want to see this one break over this resistance here. You are coming up and touching it a couple of times now. This is your first resistance line you want to break before you're gonna push it up to the next resistance of 184.25. And after that, we have 188. All right, 188 is your next resistance after that. So there's a big gap up to the next resistance. QCOM is showing up. QCOM. Slowly coming up to resistance here on QCOM. Definitely keep an eye on this one to double top up here. So what's this one? This is my resistance. Gave us a little bit higher here with its nose sticking out on QCOM. But definitely a resistance point that you need to break through for more upside. On this one, what's this one for? A pop and a dump, maybe? All right, so let's see if we can push it over that resistance. You're gonna keep that resistance as your support line for a break under that support line and pull it after. Q come AMD. Same kind of setup. Damn it. Well, this one on AMD has a resistance point in 92, 9206. So you need to break over that resistance on your AMD. That's your next target. AMD. TSM is showing up here, coming up to a double top here on TSM. A little bit on the heavy side on TSM. So what's this double top you are hitting right here on TSM, hitting that resistance twice? You want to see this one break under your support line. And your first support would be this 188, 158. 158, what is that? 60, 50, 55? You want to break under that support so you can get a pull on TSM. Dina's VST. VST. Dina, look how tight you are right now on this channel you are in on your VST. Definitely need to break above this 22, all right, for more upside. Okay, Dina?
Thanks. But 27's up there and 26. I see that. Okay. Alrighty, thank you.
All right, guys, that's what I have this morning. Does anybody
Can you
have anything?
oh,
What?
sorry.
Go
Can
ahead.
you look at real quick?
ARM? Didn't I say ARM before?
Oh, I thought you said AMD.
AMD. All right, ARM. You have a resistance point up here that you need to take care of. It's your first target. 10770 75. 10775 is the resistance point you need to break through. Now, as your support line, you have support all the way down here. It's your first level of support. And I have two support lines. One, two, that you need to take care of. All right. Those two lines are important for a breakdown. You need to break under the second one. All right. Anybody else? Any tickers? So let's see if SPY's gonna push through. Right now it's hanging in there. Came up, touched it again. Not very inspiring, is it? It's not a clear push. Nvidia is still holding it up there. Tesla is testing resistance. Doesn't want to push through. CMG, Param, CMG, coming up to the resistance point here. Param, you are coming up to that resistance point, right? So it came down, touched that support line, and pushed. TXN, TXN, Texas Instrument, huh? Ooh, nice. Nice pull. What's your first support on Texas Instrument? The first support you're gonna come down to would be this 6274. 6274 is the line you need to break. Right now on the heavy side. What time is it? Okay, we got less than 2 minutes. And remember the charts are 5 minutes charts, all right? Keep an eye on this changing color, red, green. That's why we put it there, okay? Any questions or any other ticker you guys want to talk about? Let me know, and we will put it on the chart. Talk about it. See what else we have. First time watching. IBM hit hard. Any thoughts? IBM, huh? IBM. Yeah, spreads are wide open on this one. Careful with IBM. What support? Your support on IBM would be 228.30. 228.30. Tesla is coming down to the first support level. Come on, break and pull, break and pull, break and pull. Damn it, held. Good morning, Banku. Like the calls on PLTR, Dean? Yeah, careful, all right? We need to break and pull, break and pull. Nice pull on PLTR here. Slowly coming down to the first level of support. Come on, Tesla, pull it, pull it, pull it. PLTR testing resistance here for more upside. PLTR testing resistance for a breakout. Here goes Tesla. Nvidia slowly coming down to the first support. CMG, CMG, support and resistance, support and resistance. Look how it's holding right now. Come on. What's that spy for a pull? What's the spy for a pull? Nice push on PLTR. Come on, Tesla, push, push now. higher.
Hey, Janny, check out Netflix.
And if Alex, boom, holy moly. Yeah, that's a beautiful move, man. Beautiful. Come on, Spy, make up your mind. Give us that pull we are looking for. Come on. Guys, I want that Spy to pull, but I'm having issues breaking it down right now. Come on. Nice push on PLTR if anybody took it. Patel, your CMG hitting resistance here again. By pull, pull, pull. Nice push on coin. CMG pushing higher, broke over resistance. Coming up to a double top here. CMG. Now, Patel, your next resistance would be this line up here at the 50 spots, 79. Let's call it 80. Spy still holding. Playing games with us right now, Spy is. They're not letting it pull like I want. Let's look at this PLTR. Beautiful move, broke over resistance, gave us a nice push here. PLTR, the same thing goes for coin. Broke over resistance and beautiful push, right? Coin, boom, straight up. Other ones that are making a move right now would be this MSTR. Same kind of thing, broke over resistance and give us a nice pop here. So definitely keep an eye on this coin and PLTR for more. And I cannot get that Spy to pull here. Spy, pull it. Come on. It's trying, but they're holding it up. I don't want to let it go right now. It's annoying. But I'm your CMG almost at the next resistance up here.
Yeah, thanks, Johnny. Must stop it. I got out. Thank you.
All right. Your Tesla next resistance would be all the way up here, all right? Just a little bit more. We have a resistance at 255.75 area on your Tesla. VD is having a little bit issues here. Come on. Remember in pre-market how much they were holding things up and they didn't want to let things go? The same thing we are seeing right now. It's not like we are seeing a nice upside move or downside move on that SPY, right? They're holding things up.
White House nearing a trade agreement with India. Out more PLTR long here. If you remember the morning notes I had on it, wanted to get it down to basically $100 a share. We were off by, I don't know, maybe a buck a share, but got the move that we expected.
All right, coin hitting resistance. Guys, I still want to see that SPY break on the support and pull, all right? So just move your stops up and all that.
Channy, we got a slower market today.
Yeah, sure do, Kajura. It's not really exciting like it normally is. It's a little bit too slow. So you got to be patient. Beautiful move on PLTR though. Reddit, Coin, Nvidia on the slow side, just like Tesla on the slow side, just like SPY.
Yeah, I'm just being cautious today because I don't see great volume today. I don't see big catalysts today. Feels like everybody's a little tired,
Yep,
so everybody's just not making large moves today or large volume moves.
yep. Mhm. APP is coming up to APP. There are no APP coming up to resistance here. This is the next resistance you are coming to. So it broke over the resistance. Remember, we said we had very tight. So it broke over resistance coming up to the next one here on APP. CMG, Batel getting a little bit of a pullback here, breaking under your first line of support. Now, my next resistance on SPY, all right, now look at this. It's all the way up here, my next resistance. But these lines here, you need to be careful, all right? You want to break over this resistance here. It's not my resistance, all right? It's not my resistance, but like I said, my resistance is a little bit higher, but I can put another line here for you guys. So, you know, you have a resistance point here that you need to take care of on your SPY. A little bit of a pullback here on Tesla. Guys, if this 5 minute is bothering you, let me know, right? Because I can easily put it back to 1 minute and it's gonna look totally different. I actually like more the 1 minute, but yeah, I like the 1 minute more, I guess, right? But you know, the difference is that you're gonna get away from the choppiness. That's the whole point of it. You are not gonna get this choppiness on your charts if you go from 1 minute to the 5 minute. It's gonna be a lot more clean, right? The problem is that you're not gonna see red candles on the way pulling back down right now, just like you would on the 1 minute, right? That's the only thing right now. I don't know if 3 minutes gonna do it. Yeah.
We got 12 more minutes to the next report, Janie.
Which report is that? Housing?
Yeah, I think so. Isn't
Okay.
it? At
Okay.
yeah, 12 minutes.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. Got it. Thanks, Kajura. Hmm. Well, we'll try it, guys, with this 5 minute charge, and if you don't like it, you can always go back, right? The whole point is to give you entries, right? Just like on Tesla here. Look how it went from red when this pullback we wanted to push, right? A little bit of a pullback, flag, and push. So you're going from red to green, and then you got to push, right? The same thing with SPY with this pullback, right? Give you a pullback, we wanted a flag break and push. All right. So we got to push up here, and this is where I wanted the SPY to give me that curl for the downside move, and it's still not doing it. Those bastards still holding it up here. And that's how you stay on your inside your trade with the flag break and you stay in it. All right. There's nothing telling you to get out of the trade yet. That's why I'm giving you those kind of charts right now. So if you, for whatever reason, you don't like them or whatever it is you want the smaller time frame, you gotta let me know, okay? All right, Spy's coming up to the next resistance here. Now be careful. Now this is not my resistance point, but it is a resistance point nevertheless. It's not mine. All right. Keep an eye on this resistance point you're coming up to. Like I said, I want that pop and pull on the market, but we are not getting it, at least not yet. We're getting the pop, we're not getting that curl for a downside move yet. And I want that SPY to turn around and pull so we can get the whole market down with it. All right, Tesla is coming down slowly to the first support area. But then look at this CMG, how it's holding support. Beautiful move on the PLTR, came up to the next resistance here on PLTR. Let me show you. PLTR, beautiful move. Came up to the next resistance here and holding now. All right, this is a profit taking place, just like it is on the profit place. Take profit, move your stops up and all that, right?
Hey, Janny, I'm wondering if you could, on Tesla, can you just quickly show the 2-minute chart? I just want to compare it to my 2-minute. Oh, okay.
You go.
Okay. Okay, thanks. You can, yeah, you can go back. I was just comparing it to what
Right.
mine looks like.
But like I said, if you don't like the time frame, guys, let me know, all right? I can change it back. I know it's sometimes it does take a little time to get used to stuff, all right? Almost there on SPY, all right? Almost there. All right, so let's see what SPY wants to do now. And we want to see that Tesla break under that support line, be able to get a pull on it. Coming down to it right now. PLTR is still holding it up there. Look for a little bit of a pullback on this PLTR. So what's the PLTR for? A little bit of a curl for a downside move. The same thing goes for Nvidia. All right, looks like it's gonna be a last kind of breath on Nvidia here for before we're gonna get a little bit of a pullback on it. Tesla right now holding, so is SPY right now. So let's see what SPY wants to do.
AREB.
ARZB.
See the see Discord.
All right. Oh, AREB. Got it. Oh, yeah, nice little push on this one. What is Pony? Pony is another one showing up on this scanner here. Guys, you got to look at the scanner, right? I'm very bad at this. I'm telling you, I'm very bad. It's right in front of me, and I'm not, and I'm having issues looking at it. I don't know why. It was a nice push on Pony as well. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm concentrating on the other charts. So right now we are getting a bounce on Tesla here of that support. Doesn't want to give it up. Getting a little bit issues here with SPY. What's that Nvidia? All right, for a girl for a downside move.
AMD, Janny, check it out.
AMD, nice move. That's Dina's play together with ARM. Beautiful. Look at this, guys. AMD. We said we wanted to break over your resistance and push, right? Look at AMD. Bye bye.
Yes, it was good. Thank you.
Well done. Look at ARM. Beautiful. Well done, Dina. Look at this push. Well done, Dina. Move your stops up. I hope everybody's enjoying your place right now.
Hey, Johnny, that CMG was really good. Thank you for that.
Welcome, Param. You took it down again or what?
No, no, up. So I
Up.
overnighted it. I was down
Mhm.
300, but I got out at 50. So I'm happy.
Nice. Well done, man. Well done, Param. You could have taken it down again if you wanted to, right?
Not sure on this one at the moment. I don't see anything going down yet. I'm
All
just
right.
gonna hold on and watch.
Okay. Got
Unless he short a million shares, then I'll short it.
it.
Pull it down.
Broke on the support line, giving you a little bit of a pullback. It's not like it's breaking. Slowly moving down. All right, Tesla almost at the next resistance here. Just a breath away from it on Tesla. This is where you need to take some profit on Tesla, right? Take profit here. And guys, let me know about this chart on the 5 minute. If it does, you don't like it or you like it, all right? Let me know because things are moving a lot slower when it's a 5 minute chart. And don't be shy to tell me your opinion.
My opinion is, Jenny, you're doing a great job.
I don't want to hear that. I want to hear what everybody else says. Getting a pullback on Tesla here. What's your support line on SPY?
Hey, Jenny, I
Yeah.
I didn't take one trade, and I was going back and forth from one chart to another chart to another chart, and my brain was in overdrive, and I was looking at all of these wonderful charts,
Hmm.
and I didn't focus on one, and yeah, I missed this.
All right.
So
No, take it as a lesson, Anita. You
ah,
cannot jump. Oh, excuse me. You cannot jump from one chart to
oh,
another. How many screens do you have?
well, I
Screens.
have yours going, plus I have, 2 of mine that I'm just kinda looking at, like, I'm looking at that AREP, which is it's moving up
So how many tickers
and,
do you have on your screens? How many tickers do you have? Is it
6.
six? All right, six. When you're looking at six tickers on your chart, you gotta take the six tickers uh, and shrink it. All right. So you say, all right, from the six tickers that I have, I'm gonna concentrate on those three for a breakout. You see the lines, right?
Yeah, I
That we
do.
have. All right. So you are concentrating on those three charts, looking to see if it's gonna break over that resistance for a push.
Yeah,
If it doesn't want to break over resistance, you're not gonna touch it. The whole point is to break through for an upside move to get up
right.
to the next resistance, right? That's the
But
whole
look
point
at
of
they
it.
were so many were doing that.
Yeah. But listen, Anita, look what we
Okay.
were saying in pre-market.
Yeah,
All right. We were saying we're getting a little bit of a pullback off that resistance point on SPY, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And the same thing we were getting on Tesla. We're getting a little bit of a pullback. Same thing we were getting on Nvidia, right? A little bit of a pullback
Mhm.
in pre-market. So we said we wanted to see if we it was actually here. This was the pullback. So we wanted to see if we can get the break over the flag, turn
Yeah.
green. That's why we made the charts like this. All right. So you're gonna go for the flag break. You're gonna go green, push over, and take the trade, right?
Mhm.
Or the upside move. The same thing we did on Nvidia. The same thing on Spy. What it did. The same thing. I mean, look APP. How it broke over resistance and pushed APP, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Look at PLTR. Broke over resistance.
You're you're rubbing
Broke.
it in.
Yeah, but that's what you're waiting
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why we have. Hmm?
I was
Right.
just gonna say the last week or so that I've been with you here, I have been concentrating mainly on Tesla,
Hmm.
and that has worked out for me.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I honestly think maybe I'm just a one chart person, not even a two chart person. I think I'm just a one chart person, and I
No,
just have to. Yeah.
Anita, don't say that. Don't say that. You are not a
Oh,
one
oh,
one chart person. You are not. You are a one setup person. Setup. That's what you're looking for.
okay.
So out of those six charts you have on your plate, you are looking which one has the setup that I'm looking for an upside. All right.
Yeah.
You have the charts that I gave you, right? Everything is, you have them
Mhm.
in front. You have them. I gave them to you, right? You have it. So you are looking for a break over the resistance. Which one? Then you're going to look at volume. You're going to look at range. If something has wide spreads, especially at the open, because many of the tickers do, try to hold back on that one. All right. You do not want wide spreads, but you do want range and you do want
Right.
volume. All right. So which one is going to give you those things for an upside move? Like I said, on this PLTR today was making a nice move. It gave us a nice flag on PLTR, right? Look at PLTR. All right. So what did it do? Now this is again 5 minute only, right? Look at the
Mhm.
flags, right? Went from red to green, boom. Went from red, oops. Went from green to red to green, boom, broke over. Why not take it? Even if it is only 10 shares or 5 or 50 or 100 or whatever you want, right? But you
Mhm.
are looking for setups. That's what you need to look for, not something if it's pretty or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
But well done, Anita. Well done. I mean, you are getting better and better. You feel that, right?
I do feel it. Yes. Yeah. I certainly do.
That's great.
It's a good feeling.
It is. All right. We are slowly coming up to that resistance point that I said I have. This is my resistance on Spire, right? Up here. All right. Does anybody else have anything you guys want to talk about? Anybody else? Anything?
I'm just pew pew pewing away there, Jenny.
Pew 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 away. Get your-
The, to me, the plus side on days like this is, the trends are harder to break. So use like Tesla or really anything today. The trend's upward.
Mhm.
I'm gonna sneeze. Have been strong. There's just no volume to alter the trends.
Yep. Yeah. Well done, Dina, on your arm, your AMD. What is VST doing? Is it doing anything? Eh, pump and dump. Now, careful now, all right? Careful now. Take some profit, move your stops. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Move your stops now, all right? I mean, you will never be going. You're not gonna take a green trade and turn it red if you're gonna do the take profit and move your stop. It's not gonna happen to you. You're always gonna
Always
be
be
profitable.
protected, right?
Protection, exactly.
You need to
Protection.
protect them. Yeah.
Giving us a little bit of a pullback here.
Johnny, you want to check out CEP? It's been ripping. I missed it as well. Oh,
Which
you
one?
already got it.
C?
CEP. It just came on the
CEB.
radar.
CEB.
I missed it.
CEP? This one?
Yes.
The small
Yeah,
one?
that one. Yeah.
Ooh. Man. Wow. Again. I'm sorry, guys, but I cannot. I am having problems with the scanner, man.
I
Damn.
missed as well. See.
Damn. What a move.
Out 95% of Tesla short here. You're hitting a longer term 23%. Your daily 23 is 255.24 currently. So not a lot of room between this longer term and the interday 23. Sorry, I'm trying to not sneeze on the mic, but you're going to want to take some profits here. 95% of short off the board.
Got it. All right, you're coming up to resistance here on CEP. Be careful now with CEP on your longs. You're coming up to resistance. You want to see a little bit of a pullback flag and then see if you can push it higher. Beautiful move on CEP. My bad. My bad. And actually, I'm gonna say it's my bad every single time you are saying anything about that scanner because I'm, I am very bad at this. But damn, what a move from 19 to 29. Holy moly. Looks like last kind of breath what it's doing right now. The volume 1.1 million.
Yeah, not a lot of volume. You're getting the
Holy,
emotional
yeah,
$30 per on it.
that is a lot of volume coming in. 1.2 million. 1.3. Damn. And I'm not, guys, and I'm not talking about the total volume. I'm talking about the volume coming in right here, right now. All right. On CEP. 1.5. Crazy move. One 1.6. Do not let it break under your support line if you are having anything to do with that ticker. Tesla, how it's holding support here. It came down, touched it, didn't want to pull it. Oh. My next resistance on this CEP would be 30 spot 95. 30 spot 95 is my next resistance on it, but I want to pull back here.
There's your pullback.
Yep, it's trying. Yeah. Tesla is coming up and making a double top here, guys. Careful now with Tesla, all right? You're double topping here. You can easily see Tesla make a curl for a downside move, so just be watchful. Watchful, is that a word?
I'll test along 95%. You got to be careful here. If we get the spike we should get here, we're going to shoot up to roughly 260 in a hurry. That will be an emotional component. Watch out for that and a little bit of a pull.
Hmm. Beautiful move. Thanks, Kajura. PLTR having issues bringing over resistance. Another one that's coming up to resistance right now, the second line of resistance is this APP. So what's if APP is going to break under your first resistance, which is now your support line for a pull? And we want to pull on that SPY as well. So let's see if we're going to get a little bit of a pullback on it. Just a tiny little bit. Come on. Come on, SPY. A little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. We're testing resistance here. This CEP is. So don't want to give up anything right now, right? Nothing is being given up. Almost at the next resistance here on SPY coming up.
So, Jenny, I think maybe the smartest thing for me to do, since I've missed all of this, is just wait for things to come down. Right? That's probably the smartest thing to do because,
Yeah, you cannot chase it up here.
yeah, the moves have just been too
Mhm.
drastic. Okay, so I'm just that's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Okay.
Coming up to the next resistance, CEP. Damn. All right, price
Halted.
coming up to that resistance. Hold it.
CEP.
Hold it. Damn, crazy move. So be careful shorting anything, all right? Be careful.
How Tesla short 95% there, Johnny. It needs to break down below this level to get to the daily 23, which also would change its upward trend channel.
Thanks, Kajuna. Crazy move we are getting
Sorry,
today.
Janie, just trying to give you a little help. I know you're on the mic all day, so trying to give you a couple minutes.
Oh, good you did. No, it's good. You're talking good. Great, man.
Don't forget that 11:30 a.m. or about another hour from now, we'll have karaoke on the channel.
And don't forget to tip the, what is it you're saying?
Don't forget to tip your wait staff. True story, Janie. I've never lost money
Yes.
selling for a gain.
Never. That is so true. So true, man. uh, I'm reading something that I don't know what it means. It says the Democrats are being told to sue HHS RFK Jr. to prevent the investigation of the autism pandemic. Is that something new? I have never heard of this. Hmm.
Well, he thinks it's from a vaccine. He thinks it's from vaccines. Autism.
You have a problem with autism?
Yeah, I guess it's really high. I think isn't it like 1 in 5 kids get it?
What?
I think so. I think it's well in the States. I think I don't know. I have to look, but I think it's really high. He thinks it's caused by vaccines, so I think he wants to do an investigation. But I
Hmm.
don't understand how the Democrats can sue.
I don't know either. I have no idea about this kind of things.
I don't
But I
know.
didn't know about anything about this autism
I
problem
think I
that you
think
have.
it is high in the States. I'll take a look.
Hmm.
I'm not even sure whether Democrat or Republican are, but somebody can tell me.
Guys, my next resistance, this CEP, is up here at the 3420. This
Janie, should
place
we
is
go
stuck.
all in?
No, hell no.
Oh no, it's one in 31 children.
1 in 31. That's still a
One in
lot. It's a high number.
Let me check Canada. I wonder what
I
Canada
mean, I
is.
don't think we have this like this over here.
Canada does either. We have 1 in 50
1
in
in
Canada.
50.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so
then let me go.
why? So is
I'm
the
gonna go.
US different vaccine or something? It's weird.
All right, there
You
you
have
go.
Useless.
one.
Tesla back to the daily 23.
Got it. What was that,
Europe
Canita?
Europe has 1 in 160. So if Europe has 1 in 160 and What was the US? 1 in what? 1 in
1 in
31.
31.
Yeah,
How is
then
that even?
yeah, well, then, so he thinks something's going on. It's something that we're doing.
Mm,
So I think
right,
he's just trying to figure out what it is.
right. Well, it must be a reason for it. I mean, it cannot be 1 to 31 and 1 in 160 over here.
Mhm, mhm.
And what is
CEP
Japan?
open
Japan should,
Oh,
yep,
Japan, let me check again.
34
hitting the
and
next
halt.
34. Oh, hitting the next resistance straight away. Damn,
And rehalted.
that's, that's crazy. All right, let me see where my next resistance is. Um, oh, it's not halted. Boom, base both pushed through. Damn, that was
Oh,
fast.
sorry. It stopped for a second. I thought it halted.
Yeah,
I don't have any
Japan
shares
is 1 in 50.
sold out of the halt.
Oh, sorry.
No, my bad. My bad.
Japan's 1 in 55.
right.
So I think that might be the same as they say Canada.
That is so weird.
Yeah, and Canada's 1 in 50. I don't know. But I think he's
Nvidia,
looking at vaccines, and I think he's looking at, like, food additives. He
right.
thinks perhaps it could be food additives, which
Yeah, it can
that
be, of course.
yeah. Mhm.
All right, Tesla's coming down to the first support. Nvidia at resistance. Keep an eye on your SPY now. Don't let it break under that support line. You break under that support line, that's where you're gonna get a pull on it. All right. And the crazy stock is, damn man. Can we short it? Let me see if I do. I have any shorts on this one? CEP. All right, I got shorts on this one. $5 per 100. CEP. All right, we want to see a pullback on it, right? So definitely keep an eye on your support lines here. I don't. Does anybody have any news on this CEP?
I do.
What is it?
It's gone up a whole lot today.
She's got the whole world in her hand.
Yeah, Janie, I'm done with it. This thing can go to $1,000 a share, but there's just not enough volume in it for me. The bids are, excuse me, the spreads are becoming more erratic. This thing could crash just as much as it could shoot up. I mean, it could be GameStop, man.
look, look at the volume right now. 2.3 million coming in.
Yeah, I'm watching the tick
Holy
rate here,
moly.
getting at least with my eyes, I'm seeing about 15 to 20,000 per half second. So that's pretty legit. But it can pull just as much as it can push, and I've made enough on it. I'm going back to Tesla.
Right. 2.6 million coming in. 2.7. Oh, wait a minute. This is the 5 minute candle. Wait a minute, guys. So we had 400,000. 500. What's this one? To break under that support now, that 34 level, break that support and pull on your CEP. 38. Tesla's holding support here for now. Just testing it. Nvidia is stuck there. Just stuck right now. Guys, this is the last breath out of this CEP. Last breath, all right? Last breath. If you're in it, take profit, all do all that because this is the last breath before we're gonna get a pullback on it. So we can make one more pop, all right, as a last breath and then pull. Hold it here. So let me zoom in here for you guys so you can see it. Tesla is still holding. God, Tesla's holding. Those bastards are holding this Tesla up here.
Love it, Janie. Love it. Pew pew.
Don't want to give it up, man. Mhm.
There you go, Janie. He doesn't want to give it up. He doesn't want to let you down.
Watch it. It's open, right? Here comes the pull. Look at this. Look how many points the pulls are, right? They are nasty.
Here you go. That CEP's 23% down.
A nice pull. Kajura. Who's that? Rick Astley was his name, I think.
You, sir, are
I
correct.
think. All in, huh? I like this actor. Who was that?
John Malkovich.
Yeah, I like Malkovich. I like him. Is anybody shorting this CEP? Anybody? Right, so I don't have to talk about it.
I was in the hall and then I got out.
All right, good, good.
I'm not sure. No.
Yep. All right. All right, guys, look at this spy. What an arrow, right? Arrow straight up on spy, right? Beautiful move. All right, guys. So let's say you were taking that Tesla on the long side, right? Let's say, for an argument's sake, you got in on your trade, right? Say you got in on the trade right here, breaking over resistance and giving you a push, right? Your stops are just underneath that line, right? Underneath that line, you're taking it up, coming up to the first resistance here. You are taking some profit off, leaving some on the table to see if you can break through that resistance, right? And you put your stops underneath that line now, right? You're moving your stops, right? That's how it is. And you're holding it. I mean, look how it's still green, right? It's still green. It's not turning red on you. Yeah. And your support is there to protect you. So not to go red on anything that you are green on, right? That's what those support lines are for. Not only to get into a trade, but also for what is it called? Watching your behind? Not watching. What is it called? Taking care of your behind? No. Um, boy. Anyway, let's call it take care of your behind, right? That's what you want to protect yourself from. Beautiful move on coin, on ARM, Nirvana, Apple, PLTR, APP.
All right, Janie. So what happens to your CEP here? I see it's halted straight down. You got about 2 minutes till it opens.
Um, I would like to see this one come down to this support, hold the 31 here, hold it, flag, and then see if we can push it again. If we are lucky, we will get that. Hold that 31 and then push.
And how high do we
So
push? Do
let's
we
see.
go back up to the high of the day at the whatever it is,
Yeah,
39.29?
yeah, it's gonna try to come up and create that double top up there. That's their what they want to push it up to, right? So definitely keep an eye on that double top up there. What is that? 39? Yeah,
Yeah,
39 something.
39.29.
But it needs to come down here to this support, hold, break over the trend line flag, break over that resistance here. Here we go. You need to break over resistance, right?
She's open.
It's open. All right, we are coming down to the 31. So let's see if we're gonna break over that resistance up there. Come on, we're still a little bit on the heavy side. You gotta wait for it, all right? Don't jump the gun now. Don't you don't you dare don't you jump the gun, all right? Don't do that. Gotta wait for it, be patient. And guys, I'm saying the 31. We can easily break under and pull it again, okay? Pull it even lower, but that's what we want. We want to hold that support line. But we need to break over that resistance, that one that it came up to and touch right now. We need to break through here. Careful, very, very careful. We are not breaking through it. Look how it came up to that resistance, touched it, and not breaking through. All right, be careful now.
Yeah, Jenny, just so you know, it came down exactly to the daily 38.2% retracement. Since then, it's been bouncing off, like you've been pointing out. Got to get some volume, though.
Got it. Thanks, Kajuna. Guys, it's not worth it risking this kind of trades on this one right now, okay? Be very, very cautious. I don't know how many times do I have to say. How many times did I say it already? I think it's more than two, all right?
Trust no one, Mr. Moldner. On a side note, Janie, Tesla did get that
Yes.
bounce off the 23. It's trying to hold it once again, but looking like it's got some volume taking it down here. So I won't be surprised if we get to the daily 38 at 254.72, and you've got WAP just whatever it is, 50 cents below that.
Right. Thanks, Kajuna. Well, definitely everything is being held up here today. Getting a little bit of a pullback and pushing straight up again, all right? Now Tesla is trying to break on the support. All right, so you're coming down to this 31. Let's see what he wants to do here now. Right now, we are trying to hold. So right now, the battle is between those buyers and sellers, right? We are still on the heavy side, though, all right? Still on the heavy side. Can easily break under and gonna go down to the next support level. Spice giving us also a little bit of a pullback here, not breaking on the support yet, at least. Yeah, trying to break under here. You see? Well, well, well. All right, another one that's coming up to a topping here would be that coin right now. Coin. Let me show you coin. You are coming up to the next resistance. So you broke over the first resistance. All right. Broke over the second resistance. And now you are coming up to the third resistance, making a topping here. All right. So you are making a topping on that coin right now for a downside move. Getting a nice little pullback on PLTR. Let me show you PLTR of that resistance. That's not it. PLTR. All right, so you came up to that resistance, giving us a little bit of a pullback, not breaking on the support, and it's just a little bit of a pullback. I mean, it would be a nice short, all right, but it's not like it's breaking on the support and dumping on PLTR. So definitely keep an eye on this coin right now. If we're gonna get this one to turn around here, give us a curl for a downside move. CEP holding this next level of support. Now we are flagging, all right? This is still a flag on it, but you want to break over now this resistance of 131, all right? You want to break over the 31 for a push up to the next one. Look at Tesla fighting it, fighting it. Just let it go, will you?
All right, Tesla's at your 38% retracement. So if you're short, if you haven't taken some off the table, now would be a most ideal time.
Take it down. Take it down. No mercy, no prisoners, no